Dear students, we have started a new unit, that is coast. The coastal geography is shaped by the marine processes. The marine processes are the processes which are performed by the water in the oceans or in the coastal regions. In the coastal geography, there are some important elements which are responsible to shape the coast. Tides, waves and ocean currents are responsible to shape the coastal landforms. The most important element out of these three is the ocean waves. The ocean waves are responsible because waves are continuous and waves are constructive as well as destructive. We are going to learn about the anatomy of the waves, that how waves are responsible to create or to destroy something on the coastal region. But before we start to look at the landforms, we are going to learn about the anatomy of a wave. What is a wave? A wave is the movement of ocean water in up and down sequence. When the water is moving in up and down rotation in a sequence, that is known as a wave. So ocean waves are formed by wind. Definitely, when winds are moving over the surface of the oceans, it creates friction. That friction, when the wind is moving onto the ocean surface, it creates friction, and because of the friction, the water particles start moving in a circular motion. So it creates a motion in the ocean water, and that motion is responsible for the movement of the ocean water. So those particles starts moving in the circular motion, and that way the waves are being formed. The energy of one wave is transferred to the another wave, and that way the wave starts traveling towards the coastal region. Now here, the point from where the waves originate, the point from where the wave originates and the point at which the waves end. The origin of the wave, the point of the origin and to the end of the wave, that entire area which has been covered by a single wave, that is known as phase. F-E-T-C-H. Okay, so phase is the point of origin of wave to the end of a wave. Fine. Now this will decide that how much distance a wave has covered. Okay. Second important part is the wavelength. Now what is a wavelength? Wavelength, to define wavelength, we need to understand crest and trough. Wave crest and wave trough. So what is wave crest? The highest point up to which the wave is moving up. The up and down. So the highest point which has been gained by a wave, that is known as wave crest. The point up to which the wave is moving down, that deepest point up to which the wave is moving down, and from there the wave is moving up, that point is known as wave trough. So trough is the down point of the wave, and then there is a crest. So crest and trough. Now what is a wavelength? So wavelength is the distance between two successive crests. The distance between two successive crests or two adjacent crests is known as wavelength. Another term which is used is wave height. What is a wave height? So wave height is the distance between a crest and adjacent trough. The distance between crest and adjacent trough is known as wave height. The other terminologies which are used in the coastal geography is plunge line, surf zone and notch line. There are three things: plunge line, surf zone and notch line. What is a plunge line? The plunge line, if you see, this is the plunge line. The plunge line is the point from where the wave starts breaking. When the wave starts breaking, the point from which the wave starts breaking, that point is known as plunge line. The surf zone from plunge line to the coast, the point from where the wave starts breaking and the point at which the waves end, this much zone or the area is known as surf zone, where the energy of waves are generally remains low. What is notch line? Notch line is the point at which the wave end. So the ending of the wave is called notch or notch line. So this is how plunge line, the breaking point, the starting of the breaking point. Then surf zone is the area between plunge line and the notch, and notch line is actually the area where the waves end, right? So this way the waves travel towards the coast. Now there are two important elements of waves which will decide that whether the wave is constructive or destructive. These two elements are known as swash and backwash. What is swash? Here you can see this is swash. It means that the movement of water towards the coast. The movement of water towards the coast. The ocean waves are moving towards the coast. That is called as swash. And then after crashing onto the surface or crashing onto the coast, the water will move back. The water will move back into the ocean after crashing. The movement of water back into the ocean is known as backwash. So swash is moving towards the coast. After breaking, after crashing onto the coast, the water will move back. That is known as backwash. Now this will decide, swash and backwash will decide whether the wave is destructive or constructive. What is a destructive wave? Destructive wave is a wave where backwash is stronger than the swash. Destructive means the backwash of the water, the movement of water back into the ocean is stronger than the movement of water onto the coast. So backwash is very strong than the swash. What will happen? How it will create a wave as destructive wave? Backwash is stronger. It means that the wave has that much power to take a lot of material from the coast into the ocean. So is destroying the coast. When it will happen? The destructive waves are generally formed during storm time. Because during storm time the wave frequency is very high, the wavelength is also very small. So at that time the waves are traveling at a very fast speed back into the ocean. So they are plunging onto the coast and taking a lot of sediments into the ocean. So they are destroying the coast. That is why they are known as destructive waves. Constructive waves are the waves where swash is stronger than backwash. The swash is stronger. It means that when the water, the ocean is at calm, at peace, the waves are slowly and steadily moving towards the coast. So the waves are slowly moving, so they are bringing a lot of sediments and they are depositing onto the coast. So they are depositing something, means they are creating something onto the coast. That is why it is known as constructive waves. So destructive waves, backwash is stronger than swash. In constructive waves, swash is stronger than the backwash. So this way the waves are being created, fine, are being classified as constructive or destructive waves. Very important element here again in the formation of wave is the wind. As we all know that wind, there are three things which will determine whether a wave is going to be generated or what kind of wave is going to be generated. These three things are known as duration, distance and time. Duration means how much time the wind is taking to blow. It means that how the wind is blowing and up to what time the wind is blowing over the surface of the ocean. As much time the wind will continue to blow onto the surface of the ocean water, it will continue to create this frictions, and that friction will create more waves. Okay. Second important thing is the duration. Sorry, the speed. At what speed the wind is blowing. If the wind is blowing at a very high speed, then it will create more stronger waves where it can become a kind of destructive waves. And third important part is the distance, from where the waves has been originated and how much distance the wave is covering. Larger the distance the wave will cover, it will depend on the speed and the duration of the wind which blows over the ocean. So distance, duration and time will determine the type of wave and what kind of creation or destruction it will do onto the coastal area. So this way the waves are processing the coastal geography of the areas. Fine. Thank you very much.